Right, one job we got going on here is going to be the sway bar bushings, which are right in there, and you can see that one's cracked. So we're going to replace those bushings. To do that, we got to disconnect this end, then it goes over there. We got to do the same thing on the other side. The other reason we're going to go ahead and drop this out and get it out of the way is when you start looking at the power steering, you can see since we have to drop this, we got to get to some bolts back underneath there for the hoses and things. It just makes life easier if we go ahead and get it out of the way. So we'll go ahead and drop these, attack these bolts, get that thing out of the way, clean it up because it's grungy, replace those bushings as we get ready to put it back in, and then we will have a better sway bar, help my suspension feel better. So we're going to go ahead and get the tools out, start attacking some of these bolts, get this thing out of here. Alright, so here's how we got set up to attack this driver's side of the sway bar. We've got 19 millimeters, so ratchet, wrench, did a little preemptive WD-40, and really it just came right apart pretty simple. So I'm going to go ahead and finish backing that out, and probably have to tap on that bolt a little bit to get it to come all the way out, but anyway, that part seemed fairly simple, so we'll go ahead and unbolt that and move on to the other side. Okay, so to show you that you never really know what you're going to run into, came over here and started trying to work on this one, and as you can see, that's how I found it. So it was not tight at all. So we've been driving it around a little bit. We've been driving it with a loose sway bar. So after we get done with all the suspension stuff we're doing, it should be way better, but there you go. You just never know what you're gonna find. I'll go ahead and finish backing this off, even though it's most of the way undone anyway. Kind of scary as well, considering we drove it 2 hours, but whatever. Okay, now that we got that undone, I haven't busted it completely apart yet, but the bolts and the nuts off. Now we're gonna go after these. These are 17 millimeters. So really we're just put the wrench on these and go to town on them. See if we can get these busted loose and get them out. So that's what are we doing. Alright, so I took those off of both sides. You can see it basically swings down. Now what I got to do is get that bolt out of there, which I'll work on, and then the whole thing will drop out. At that point we can work on getting those bushings off and replace them with the new ones. Then we can get ready to put this back in, and that's how we'll update the sway bar. And this time we'll tighten it all the way up. Okay, for the sway bar, we got her out. We've done some of our other projects with suspension, steering, all that kind of stuff. But right now what we got to do is change out these bushings. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on wiping this thing down a little bit, get it cleaned up, then go after these bushings right here, see if we can get them off. To be honest with you, I mean, they're still solid, they're still in one piece, but this is definitely one of those wire in there deals, because I have no clue last time they were changed, and I mean, they've got some age on them, they're starting to get some cracks in them, so they definitely need to be changed. So we're going to do that. I'll struggle with those things and get those swapped out, and then we'll get down here and put this thing back in the car. Alright, so we fought and fussed a little bit, got this off, so that's all the way off of there. That's the old one. I can definitely tell you as I was working it around that corner and all, you can see where it's really starting to dry rot and split. It's pretty kind of hard and stiff too. I had to use the screwdriver there to start it, kind of stick it in there and twist and get it moving, and then once I started getting up around that corner, don't try to do the flat side. Let's like twist it around. Basically I had to twist one way back and forth the other way. Ended up getting that thing off. So anyway, there's that one, and there's that new one. So we're going to swap those things out and get this thing put back in. I'll save you from that side too. But anyway, that's the plan. Okay, so we got that sway bar here. We went ahead and put these bolts in. I might have screwed up because as you can see right here, that doesn't line up the best. You know, trying to line that stuff up just doesn't. So, I mean, I can swing that thing left and right, but it doesn't line up the best. So, I don't know. I think what I might have to do is get my jack and kind of jack up the sway bar there, try to line it up. But we'll see. I'll work on that. I did look back and saw that when I took it out, I disconnected these things first, and then these bolts second. So we'll figure it out. But again, that doesn't really line up very good. So I'm gonna figure out how to get that lined up and get that bolt in there. Because you see, it doesn't line up. So I think if I just jack this part up just a little bit with my jack over there, which you can see the green thing, then I'll get it jacked up to the right height. So when this swing is over, it'll be lined up. So I'm gonna start doing that. All right, so brought the jack over here, got it lined up to where it was just. Bear with the light until I get my head in here because I'm using this headlight thing. But I got over here and I was able to get that down there just on the edge of the bar, jack it up, get it lined up. I got this end up here was loose too. But anyway, that's my setup. Got it all done. It's in there, so now I just got to start honkering down on them with the wrenches, and we'll be all set. So I'll go do that to the other side. So that worked pretty well. I'm trying to use this headlight thing, but guess what? It does a great job of lighting right where you're looking, but then when you're trying to film with a camera, it puts the dark spot right on that. So anyway, we'll keep working on it, but there you go. You can see in there. It's all set.